fashion is a great form of self-expression. And like I said, I dress for moods, but I also dress for occasions. And then you just have to go with whatever feels truthful for you and hope that people like it.
When do you ladies feel like the most confident?
I feel my best when I feel strong.
I think I feel most confident when I feel most creative.
Okay, I love that.
And that doesn't really matter where it is.
Right.
Really, like, I don't know what made me feel, but I felt good.
Like glam.
I felt like I didn't look fat.
Okay.
My hair was good. My makeup was good. I looked good. I really looked good. I felt so wonderful that night. That was one of my favorite nights.
We're here to celebrate these women and Randi and fashion in this amazing pop-up shine. And let's just get to it, okay?
Yeah.
Like, how old were you when you knew, I think I want to perform? Were you one of those girls that was like constantly running around singing and dancing in the kitchen? When did you know?
I came out of the womb doing impersonations of drunk Judy Garland. So we either knew that I was a gay man trapped in the body of John Bonet, or I was going to be an actor. But I didn't know I was going to be an actor until I was an adult, even though I was a child actor for a time. I actually thought, maybe I'd be a doctor or something.
No. Okay.
But yeah.
So very young.
Yeah, I think I was young when I knew that I just enjoyed entertaining people and I enjoyed expressing myself and mimicking people.
Okay.
And so then the fact that there was a job that you could do that just worked out really well.
Yeah. What about you, Sarah?
You do it really
Yes, she does.
I don't have this moment that I remember that's the thing. Similar to Laura, that's like I just always knew that I was comfortable performing in front of people, and I grew up figure skating and competitively, so that's where I think that it came from, is that I was never like nervous to like. I loved when they said my name before a competition and then just like go out there and I was like, yeah. And I wasn't afraid. And I thought everyone was like us. It's like everybody loves to be like in front of people and like
constantly jazz hands around.
Like, you want to see my routine? But yeah, no, I didn't think anything was like special about that.
Yeah. You sort of knew that you liked to do your own thing fashion-wise. You were making your own clothes when you were young. I mean, how old were you when you started doing that?
Fashion world, it just came upon me.
Yeah.
But I was always doing it, like we talked. From the time I was in camp. My parents sent us away at 5 years old to sleepaway camp. And they had color work. And I always did the costumes.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did all the costumes. And I also played the piano, I'd sing. And every night, how you sing. Before.
Oh my gosh.
And I always did the costume, not thinking that was, and props and scenery.
Yeah.
And never thinking that's anything. Like, I didn't think that was something.
Like, it could be a job. It could be a career.
Ever.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And your parents were always supportive of you girls? Acting.
My mother really was excited about it.
She was like, let's do this. Going to New York, we're going to make it big.
My father was also encouraging, but he really stressed education. And so if anything got in the way of
your parents were very supportive. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm the middle of two sisters, and we all are in music in some way. So one was piano performance, and one was cello, and then one's musical theater.
Is the prep process different when the audience is already familiar with a character? Like, they've already come in with pre-existing, like, I know who this is. Are they going to live up to what I think this character should be and how it should look?
I think the prep process is probably the same because you still can't think about that, or else it's too anxiety inducing.
Yeah, of course.
There's just more pressure, but the prep process is the same. Okay. We're still, looking at this as ourselves as actors. Yeah. And you just know that people are coming in looking at it like,
Yeah.
Everybody knows the character, Reese Witherspoon. And so there's specific things you're thinking about. The good news is it's set up a little bit differently, and there's music and dancing, which didn't happen in the film. And I think we knew that the essence of her was positive and optimistic and slightly naive, and then you just have to go with whatever feels truthful for you and hope that people like it.
Do you guys feel like pressure when you have like a challenge like that presented to you? Does that like make you have anxiety, or does like a challenge like that excite you? Like even Randi, like when you're presented with, okay, you need to make this in this amount of time, do you like that, or do you just get it done?
A little of both.
Okay.
Definitely a little of both. who wouldn't like to have all the time in the world to create whatever it is you want, and there's no time frame. That's not reality for my business, but no, both. That's the best way I can say it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have like a bit of a procrastinator thing where I'm like, it's got to get done. It's got to get done.
me
It's
too.
got to get done
Now.
But I really like to dive in a way that I do this. I think I realized that the reason that I chose to be an actor ultimately was because I really love to play.
Yeah.
I mean, they call it plays.
Yeah, I mean, it is a type
music,
of play.
You know, it's a form of play. And when you're prepared, you can play better.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I want to hear from each of you your favorite collaboration that you've ever done, whether it was, you know, singing when you were on Broadway, when you were doing a movie, just something that was like, it became a core memory for you because it was so amazing working with this person or on this project.
I love collaborating. It's my favorite thing to do. It's a part of the process of play that I worked on was this little web series called Cooter County, and two of the girls
Cooter
that
County.
they're here right now. That sort of like rogue, playful thing is the most fun for me in terms of collaborating. But all collaboration is great.
Okay.
The show that made me really, really want to do this was Les Mis.
Okay.
So both times I did it twice, and one was before I had even come to New York or anything, and that felt like such a collaboration because I was in the ensemble, and there's so much to do in the ensemble because it's 3 hours, and it is Les Mis. It's miserable, right? The story, but it's the best time that you ever had, especially like when you're, you know, just like going around and you're all dirty and from Paris and all these things like back in the day, and you're just acting a fool. And those things, like, that's what I think of as like one of my favorite times of doing a show. And
I mean, did you ever dress somebody that you were like dying to dress and you finally got them, or there was?
I love music, dance, Broadway. So anytime I get to be with people who are doing what I wish I was doing, what I thought I was going to do, is like, I like,
I get that. Yeah.
And I enjoy it so much, and going to see them.
If you guys had another career, right? If you didn't do what you do now, what would it be? Could you see yourself having gone down a different path, or was there a point when you almost did?
I can do that real fast.
Go, girl, go.
Anyone who knows me, dance.
Yes.
Definitely dance, something in dance. I would have been fine being on Broadway and being in Japan.
Jazz handsing your little self all over.
Definitely. That's me. That would have been my favorite.
I would have been a figure skater.
Okay.
The only reason I didn't stay with it is it was so expensive. It's a really expensive sport, and by the time I was 13, it was like we just can't afford.
Just the ice time alone is crazy.
The ice time, the skates, like, and it was. And I was doing this back in the 80s and 90s, where it's like a whole different thing. You have to have 2 skates for a thing and all this stuff. But I would have,
I mean, you said you were going to be a doctor. You could have been a doctor.
I think I would be an acupuncturist.
Don't think you know.
Maybe a psychologist, but I talk a lot to my acupuncturist about my problems. So I think it would, you know, I really got into Chinese medicine at one point in my early 20s, and I have remained quite interested, and I enjoy looking up herbs.
How do you deal with those thoughts? Like, how do you guys deal when you have those intrusive negative thoughts? I can't do this. I'm not good enough. I don't know if I can pull it off. What do you do when you have that negative self-talk?
I have a great therapist.
Okay, yes. Amen.
Yeah. But also it's like, I'm talking so much about skating, but honestly, finding something other than also what we do for a living that takes your mind off that for a second. So I'm also really glad I didn't become an ice skater, because what I love now is learning about it, and I can stay separate from it, and I can go and compete for fun, but it's not my world.
Right.
And so it doesn't have to become, because all of us in any industry we're in, as soon as you find out the business behind it, it takes all the all the magic away.
Yeah.
And so you have to focus. You can't be thinking about what so-and-so is thinking or what they're saying about you or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So doing something that's outside of what you do. But the intrusive thoughts are real for everybody, and I think everybody should realize that. That's like, even though we're sitting and shining Randi Rahm,
we are shining.
we also have intrusive thoughts.
You just look up the herbs when you're having intrusive thoughts. What happens?
Yeah, just look those up. Self-doubt, negative self-talk, it is real, and you go on these loops. Like I'll literally once a year go, I'll never work again. Like and it's just a thing that you do, and then like 5 seconds later, you're working as hard as you've ever worked. Yeah. It's everything ebbs and flows in life. You have to know when it is ebbing, that it's time for rest, and you should give it to yourself. But I really think that having the focus of taking care of my child and putting my child first really minimizes a lot of what is unimportant in life. And I think that you can check yourself.
Perspective.
With that.
Yeah, totally. Ran, happens when those little thoughts come in.
Everyone has that. We talked about that up in the studio. You know, we all think we're unique, that, you know, self-hate, self-doubt, all that. Everyone has it at some time, no matter what. And I think we waste a lot of time in life, in those moments. And I wish that we didn't.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll do something I used to, you know, vice versa. From my business here, I used to go sit down at the piano and get lost for
I love
hours, and just, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of therapy, you know, for me is great. Now it's dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't wait for my class. I mean, that's like my favorite thing.
Also, I feel like when I talk to you, I'm like, what'd you do last night? You're like, I went down dancing. Like some fabulous man took you out dancing somewhere. I'm like, where do you go dancing in New York City anymore? I don't even know. But that's so great. About your recent day that you brought your son to work day, right, at Disney. And I just have a few questions. Does he know how cool his mom's job is and how cool you are? And how do you and both of you also handle that work-life balance? Because that is a hard thing. And I feel like we'll all forever be juggling that.
Know that there are certain windows when he's home from school that I'm going to be completely focused on him and focused on the family, and the phone goes away and the calls can't happen. And when it comes to, you know, we do concerts, and so we're often away on the weekends, which makes it difficult, not all the time.
Right.
But I try to just make sure that I'm getting the quality time moments. And you know what I've noticed too is that sometimes when you're there all the time, you are not intentional about your moments.
Yeah, it's true.
And the busier I am, the more intentional I am. And that does help that I'm completely focused on him and we're having these great conversations. And like I said, I had gigs in Florida and one in Orlando, and I'm like,
let's do it.
I'll do the gig if I can fly my kid in.
Yep.
It really pays to know the game.
Yes.
Pays to know the game.
Agreed. Or anywhere, really.
Yeah. And but we had like the Elsa and the Anna.
I saw. It was amazing.
You know.
I was jealous.
But I think I like going just as much as him. I mean, we have such a good time together. So I do try to create those moments. Like if I'm going to a fun place, I'm working in a fun place, I'll bring Huck with me. And the rest is I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah. What about you, Sarah?
Yeah, I've started doing things like where if I go to do a concert somewhere, then it's like, great, can you fly me home like a week later? Because then I can tack on like real time. And I don't have kids, but I have a husband. And so it's like, can he come with me? And then we have like a little vacation.
Absolutely.
Like I did concerts in London and I'm like, we'll take the train to Paris, we'll do Paris, and then we'll come back to London and they'll fly us home. So things like that, and not, you know, when you're thinking about like still trying to like build your career and stuff, it's like, oh, maybe I could do other concerts or things here, but that's not how. It's nice to be able to just be like, how can I add personal time to this so that the work isn't the main focus of the thing, actually.
Yeah, I feel like you struggle with this a lot.
I do, but I wish I still had that problem. Having adult children, you
Yeah.
never see them anymore.
Yeah.
You know? So it's a whole different.
Different beast.
It changes completely.
Yes.
Where it's just a whole nother thing. I struggle with that whole. I never have time to go visit or to whatever, and then or the time that's good for them. And it's like, how do you figure that out? And it's still the same thing, no matter how old they are.
Can you guys think of a challenging moment in your life or career where you were able to sort of like learn from it and maybe something positive came out of that experience, even though it might have been a horrible experience or one that was really, really hard?
I feel like I can work backwards, which is, yes, the lesson is what sticks with me without having to get into what the thing was. But it's like the lesson is that everything is important in terms of just like building you into who you are. And the ones that come to mind is when somebody is mistreating you or not helping you, like in this way that we're talking of like how much pressure we're under to do what we do. And then if there are people that are in positions of power that are trying to make it more difficult for you to do the thing that you do.
Yep. Did you go through your list? Was it long and distinguished?
Yeah, I mean, what you said is, listen, there aren't, everything in life is here to teach you. I mean, we're not here, and that's why we're here.
It's all like a chapter in your book, right?
All evolving and expanding, and we only do that through contrast and conflict and the things that stretch us. And so I've been stretched for sure, but I'm really happy I have, because it's made me better. I'd say that one of the biggest struggles that I went through was I had some vocal injuries.
Oh.
And I couldn't identify that I had them, and doctors couldn't identify that I had them for a number of years. And then when the one doctor did, it was like, oh my God, thank God. And then I had surgery, and then I had to recover from that. And then I had to recover from this sort of trauma response that my body had, even though my voice was back. And so that has been a whole
that's
thing.
not easy.
Yeah, I learned to really go like, is this worth it?
Yeah.
And that was probably the greatest part of it, was, being selective about what you say yes to, because the universe is listening.
Randy. I mean, again, I know the list is long and distinguished.
But I remember my mother used to say, life gets in the way of the living. And I never quite understood that until I became an adult.
Yeah.
So I think we all have to navigate, we're born to die. What an oxymoron. I mean, it's like backwards. Like, what is that? Navigate sickness, death, all that kind of thing. For me, it was all life things that I had to get over, whether losing somebody very young, or, this didn't work out, or that didn't. Those are the ones that you pick up and brush yourself.
Yeah.
Start all over again.
And then get those jazz hands up, and you're ready to go.
I've had that 1,000 times.
Yeah.
But that to me is more my take on it, without getting.
But what was a piece of advice that you've been given over the years that has sort of stuck with you, that you maybe go back to every once in a while? Advice.
Yeah, mine, I can just answer quickly, was when I was 17, I had a teacher who, just like an off-the-cuff thing that she said in a master class, she said, "You are enough. You are so enough. It's unbelievable how enough you are." And I thought it was the funniest thing I ever heard, because I never heard somebody say all that at once so fast.
Yeah.
And then later, when I was doing Little Mermaid, and I started getting all these letters from all these different people that had seen the show, and because Ariel was live now in front of them, they could write to like Ariel, and I would get letters from people that's like the trans community, people, because Ariel represents the person that's born in the wrong body, the wrong, all these things, and I'm like, how do I respond so they feel seen and they know that they matter without being their therapist, because I can't I don't want to get too specific in what I'm addressing. But so I started saying, "You are enough." So I would sign them like an Ariel card, and it's like, so like their name, and then "You are enough. You are so enough. It's unbelievable how enough you are." And then that sort of became my war cry. And so that's what I'm
taking that with me. Thank you. I love that.
You're not.
You remember something that somebody said to you?
Well, my ask is the most powerful 3-letter word. So that's the one that comes to the top of my head. I mean, the worst thing you're going to hear is no.
Right. I like that too. I mean,
and I also think it's important to ask before we jump to conclusions. Did you mean this? Can I get clarity about this? Because so often we go, I can't believe they said that.
Especially in like text message, right? Yeah.
But I think it's important to further inquire, in addition to asking for what you want.
So having a good therapist has like come up a few times this evening. I think everybody should. I think even if you don't think you need one, I think it's just like a massage for your brain. But I often talk to my therapist about, or she says to me, what would you say if you looked at your like little Nicole in the mirror? Like, what would you say to that person? Like if I'm being hard on myself or something, what would you say? So like if little Laura, little Sierra, little Randy walked in here right now, do you have anything that you ever thought about you'd like to say to them, or something that you wish you could say to them? So okay, go girl.
We just had this conversation, and I said, if I can stop hating on yourself. Like you're good enough. Stop already.
Why are you hating?
This doesn't look good, and I did like this, and nothing is right. Nothing is right. What is right? I mean, I wasted more time. Didn't go because I didn't think I looked good enough. Didn't go because I didn't think I was enough, or whatever. I mean, too many times.
Yeah.
So that's what I would tell little Randi.
Okay. You're good.
It's okay.
Stop hating.
I'm good. Stop hating.
I would tell her don't let anyone steal your joy, because they'll try, and especially if you are just inherently a positive or joyful person, that confuses them.
Yeah.
And so and especially in any industry, I think that they so don't let anyone steal your joy.
I think I was a bit of a perfectionist as a kid, and I now really embrace, making mistakes, because I feel like you learn lessons from mistakes and you refine through mistakes. And so don't be afraid to color outside of the box and make mistakes. I do that now, but I would say that to the younger version of me or a young person, because I think we do get caught in being concerned about what people will think or things being perfect, and the reality is that you don't know what is perfect until you've tried what isn't.
Yeah.
So just go out and make a mess of it, and then put it back together again, and then you'll really feel alive.
Yeah. So you girls are fabulous. You've done so many fabulous things. What's on tap for this year? What are our goals for this year? What can we expect to see you in, or what are you working on? Give us the scoop.
Well, as Randi said, she came to see this little show that we did at New World Stages, Mom, I'm a Big Girl Now, which we're taking on the road, and if anybody's in Palm Springs this Saturday, we're doing the show there. So we're taking that on the road and doing that on the road. So I've really enjoyed touring and doing concerts with them. It's been really fun. I'm developing a musical based on an album I did called Women of Tomorrow, which you were part of the very first thing we did. But it's an album that delves into different issues women are facing today. And so we are in the process of developing a musical that delves into those issues and covers different subjects and the history of the subjects of women in money, women in power, women in sex, women in religion, women in and how I think ultimately looks at how our behavior today has been impacted by the history that we have experienced as women and felt and continue to feel. So I'm doing that and doing that in a really cool, innovative way. We have a all-female writing team and a writing room of women of different races and socioeconomic backgrounds to create the patchwork of what it means to be a woman. So I'm working hard right now.
Of course. Awesome. You got this, girl. Yeah, right? That deserves a round of applause. What about you, Miss Sierra?
I'm doing a show that's in development to go to Broadway called Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, based on the novel. And we just did our out-of-town tryout in Chicago, And it's Jason Robert Brown who wrote the music, and it's Taylor Mack who wrote the book, and Rob Ashford is directing it. It's amazing, and I get to play a villain.
Yes. That's fun.
And so that's really fun. So we're just waiting for the theater to open up for that. And
anything else that you're hoping to go to or get done? I know you were talking about some jewelry. Yeah.
But stay tuned. I'm going to be in a new
when you're not working and it's just you hanging out, even if you're going out, I don't know, shopping or something, what will we find you in? What are you wearing?
I'm from Colorado originally, so I like to say that I look like a hike is about to break out.
Are you crunchy?
No.
You look crunchy?
No, I'm in athleisure.
Okay.
I look like I'm about to hike or do it or take some type of workout class at any moment, any day.
Gotta be ready.
Of the day. Yeah.
I wear what I wore to bed the night before.
Atta girl.
But I live on a farm. I'm often in things that could get dirty or cheap poo on them or whatever, or easy to bend down in,
Not like these beautiful Randi Rahm dresses we're wearing. And Randi, I don't think I've ever, maybe that's just me, but I feel like I've never seen you in a t-shirt. I feel like you are wearing a gown when you're doing the dishes. Is that wrong?
Always. The only thing I would say, I'm always in high heels, no matter what I'm in.
Okay.
Even if I'm a t-shirt and
Really?
jeans. I have a thing about being so short my whole life. So I'm always in high heels. You'll catch me in not high heels, in sneakers if I'm dance shoes. That's about it.
Okay.
Or barefoot.
All right.
If I'm not high heels, I'm a barefoot person. Okay. Definitely. But I always like to feel like if somebody catches me, I look okay.
Yeah.
What do you guys dress for your mood? Like if you're like feeling crappy, like will you kind of throw on like sweats? And if you're feeling, or do you ever dress to try to fix the mood?
I was gonna say
The
I do the
opposite.
opposite.
Okay.
Totally
Yep.
the opposite.
Yep.
I think I dress my mood.
Right? Like I'm angry, you're gonna put on some like Vixen outfit or something. I don't know.
No, you have to like.
I definitely
feel like
do
if you-
charactery.
Okay.
Oh, I could see you definitely doing character.
Charactery.
Yeah, but if you feel good about how you look in the mirror, your day is better.
You're right.
Oh, I look good. Okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm okay. So I always try to do that.
Yeah.
But-
When do you ladies feel like the most confident or like the most beautiful? Like when do you feel like that?
Right after I get my hair done.
Yes,
Yeah,
ditto. A
the
good
hair
blowout
day.
could
Yeah,
just
that's
fix
true.
everything.
That's it. No, those. I mean, I like them. I feel better when I do my hair and
Yeah.
makeup and
Yeah.
or my husband goes, "You look pretty."
Yes.
My son.
Oh,
There it is.
My son he clearly likes it when I wear makeup because when I put makeup, Mommy, you're looking nice. He's 5.5. He's like, I'm like,
Okay.
oh, because I put mascara and lipstick on.
Yeah.
have you got? And you look sick when you're
Yeah.
not wearing makeup because I've gotten that. What's
Yeah.
wrong? You look not great. Thanks, kid. Thanks.
I think these things take time, and sometimes you just don't have the time to go put your hair and get your stuff done. You got things to do.
When do you feel the most confident? The most like, yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know.
Never?
Like, I really don't, especially because of what we do for a living. It's like we're always, if we're doing especially like a run of a show, we're constantly in like a wig prep or a face and like a whole thing.
Looking
so
a
it's
hot
like,
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Not even when you're in the athleisure.
But I feel my best when I feel strong.
Okay, that's
It's like physically
I
strong.
get that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
When do you feel the most confident?
Never. When I look in the mirror and I think I look good, the best I've ever looked in the past 2 years, I thought I looked so great. I never felt so good in my life
Yeah.
when I went to the Tonys.
Yeah. I think you did tell me that.
I don't know what made me feel, but I felt good.
Like glam and-
I felt like I didn't look fat.
Okay.
My hair was good. My makeup was good. I looked good. I really looked good. I felt so wonderful that night. That was one of my favorite nights in the past. I can't even tell you.
I think I feel most confident when I feel most creative.
Okay, I love that.
And that doesn't really matter where it is.
Right. Do you But guys like- have a fashion inspiration or somebody that like you look to, or when they're like on the red carpet, you
Oh,
die?
Randy Rahm. Shine by
Rahm. Do you have a favorite like accessory, like a hat, a piece of jewelry, a shoe, or really like you just always have to have that on?
I do love a design. I mean, Randy knows I came here and I was like, I brought 4 pairs of designer shoes. Now, I'm only saying designer shoe.
No.
But I'm saying it because every like big moment in my life, the thing that I'll get for myself is a real cute designer heel. Like
Okay.
if it's a big moment,
Yeah.
it's like that's what. So I like that does
That's
make,
good.
like a heel does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Well,
But I went through the
my-
phase. It
my
was like, why
cycle.
should women have to wear heels? But then I was like, because we feel fucking
Mhm.
fabulous.
Absolutely. Do you guys have a fashion ick? Like something that you're like, I hate it when someone's wearing this, even if it's like your man.
I like the sneaker with the suit look.
Yes.
Oh.
But it really depends on the sneaker.
Yeah, it's got to
Yes,
be like.
that's true.
Please do not wear a running shoe.
Yes,
Right.
agreed.
That's
With
true.
your nice
Yeah.
clothes. Just
don't like a
there's other
visor.
no-nos.
A
A visor really annoys me. If you know you're like playing tennis, don't put a visor.
Yeah.
Just do like you need the full hat.
The
I mean,
full hat.
If I see someone going into the club with like a fluorescent visor, I know that person is fun.
Yeah.
Also true. Also true.
But
I don't like a pajama pant in public. Like I love an athleisure, like I said.
Yeah.
I like a cute sweatpant or a cute something. But if you are in a pajama pant, it makes me think of college because that's all we did, especially like with a dance part of your dance major is that you're just like got your dance outfit on and then you put on pajama and then you put pajama pants over it. So it just makes me think of college. That's why.
Do you guys have one thing that you've had like since like you were young, like you can't give up, like an old T-shirt or like a pair of ear?
I have a lot of boots.
Okay.
And I keep the boots because my foot hasn't grown since I was in the 7th grade.
Really?
Wow.
And I have almost every pair of shoes that is a decent pair of shoes since I was 13. Round.
Yeah.
And I keep all the vintage clothes. And I've been vintage shopping since I was a teenager. So I've kept all my vintage clothes. I love mixing a vintage item with something new. And I was like, oh my gosh, that dress has been through so much life. I'm going to bring that one back out again, you know? Awesome. And that was like a 1960s dress. So I keep all my vintage stuff. Yeah, that's awesome.
The dress I wore to the Tonys was from 1986.
Was it really? Oh. That's why you felt so badass in it. But just how would you say that fashion has shaped you or has played like an integral part of your life, like growing up, or maybe it didn't when you were younger and it does more now? Like how it's touched you personally in your life?
I like thinking about growing up and stuff. My mother made all of our dresses.
Really?
So anytime we went to church, anytime we sang, and all my ice skating dresses, because we couldn't afford nice things and we couldn't afford what everybody had. So I would go to the store with her where it's like you go and pull out the like patterns and all that stuff. She made all our Halloween costumes. So I think about her with that. That's like, and it certainly wasn't like fashionable, but that's what I like always thought
beautiful.
Of. It's like, she made everything.
That's so cool.
I think fashion is a great form of self-expression. And like I said, I dress for moods, but I also dress for occasions. And I like being able to do that. Like I like to lean into certain decades and vintage fashion, and I peacock a little. I like to peacock a little.
I like that.
Well,
ladies, thank you so much. Can everybody give them a round of applause? Sierra Boggess, Laura Bundy, we adore you guys. Thank you for being here for this. And now Randi's going to share some of her Shine collection. And
I first want to introduce George. When I said to him I was doing this tonight, and I'm going to come down and we'll do something. I said, I want you to talk about my new Shine collection. And here's George.
Talk about this Shine collection, and I have to tell you, as a stylist, it's so amazing that Randi is such a genius. I mean, she really, really is. She's so talented in so many different ways because I really feel like Randi so understands.
Let's
bring the models down. Where are these gorgeous girls?
Love you.
Look at these girls.
I can't.
And he sings. I mean, come on.
I know, yeah.
All right. Look at Danielle. Come to me, my love. Come and see. Come let me see it right here.
Obsessed.
I mean, can we say gorgeous?
Gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
This is the match dress. This is the match dress. The charmeuse details, the bows, feminine, beautiful. Neckline friendly, right? So we're not going to see anything we're not supposed to. All in a forgiving stretch. This is navy, so chic, so beautiful. Doesn't she look fabulous?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, gorgeous. And I love this. I believe this is the Viv gown, yeah? So we have the little bit of a blouson here, the halter. Again, how flattering is that? If I can't tell you how many of my clients, George, I will only wear a halter. You look amazing in that dress. That's a very different compliment than, oh my God, I love your dress. Who cares?
Yeah, that's
you
true.
Look amazing in that dress. And she looks amazing in this dress. Randi looks amazing. Sierra looks amazing. Laura looks amazing. Nicole looks amazing. And Randi put them all in the right dresses that showcase the woman, not the dress.
Look at it.
But we also do the metallic. Now this is the top and the pant. How sexy and gorgeous is this?
Yes.
But if she wanted to, let's just say she's going away for the weekend, right? So she takes both. She wears the full ensemble. She knocks them dead when she walks in the restaurant. And she looks good coming and going. Turn around. Yes. You gotta look both ways. Give the kids something to look at, right? But here's the thing. Then for the weekend, maybe she takes the top.
everything.
She wears it with a little pair of denim shorts. Maybe she takes the pant. She wears it with a little tank top and maybe, like a little leather moto jacket and mixes it up. And Randi knows how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, Shine. There you have it.
Joe and Terry, it's their anniversary.
Oh.
That's how you're spending your life.
Actually, wish them a happy anniversary.
full like point while she was
Yes,
singing.
yes, no, I know.
So I've been a dancer since I was baby, and my dream was to come to New York City and be a professional dancer. And I'm from Utah, you think, how does this work? And you need the financial support, the family support, the personal strength and support. And I did it. I came out to New York. I attended Marymount Manhattan College, and because I had met the amazing Joe Lampoon in this foundation, and I'm not gonna cry. I always cry when I talk about this because it literally gives me chills because he set up my life and my career to be so beautiful and so successful. Not just about not just about what I'm doing. Not because I'm a professional dancer. It's so much more than that. And he gave me that gift just by seeing what I had inside of me, the human, and then the dancer, and gifting me and many, many others with the financial support to live their dream. So thank you.
Thank you.
Dance Company, which is now at Joyce Theater in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
In May,
In
yes.
May.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I got to see a lot of the pieces that they're going to be performing. So go patron these wonderful people that have such talent right here, all this talent. And thank you for coming. Stay, enjoy, mingle. There's drink, whatever. Thank you.
Thank you, Randi.